my name is Nicole Fiore, and I roller skate. You know the old school roller skates, 2 in front, 2 in back? Yeah, those ones. I'm gonna be teaching you how to roll and entertaining you along the way. Come roll with me. Hello, today we are going to talk about a pivot, but down. So like this. I know we've gone over a pivot before. However, today I'm going to talk about how to drop it like it's hot into that pivot. First, you need to know how to do a pivot. So this pivot, you can do in many different ways. You can do a forward pivot on each foot. You could do a backward pivot on each foot. I prefer for this one, for the down pivot, to do it on a right outer back edge, I suppose. It's really not an outer back edge, but you plant your right toe stop. So another thing, you don't necessarily need toe stops to do this. You can do it on like toe plugs, the smaller ones. However, it's a lot easier if you have toe stops. It is also easier if you have these artistic stops. These don't stick as much. They're not as grippy as like the bigger outdoor toe stops. So these ones, if I put it down, you want to kind of wear your toe stop down enough that it can slide. When you do pivots, just a quick recap, when you do pivots, you want to maintain your rotation with your shoulder and your head. You also want to have the strength in your leg to control how much weight you are putting down into the toe stop or not into the toe stop. So when you do a pivot, you can't put all of your weight into that toe stop because you won't be able to turn the foot that you're on, the toe stop that you're on. You want to be able to turn the toe stop as you go. So in order to do a down pivot, that's what we'll call it. And again, I'm speaking personally, this is how I prefer to do it. I've tried a few different ways, but I prefer to either step into it from a 3 turn and then put that toe stop down. So I would step onto my left foot. I was gonna say an outer edge, but you don't really even need to do an outer edge. You can just step on the left foot, do a 3 turn, plant the right toe stop, and go down. So first you might wanna get used to that. Whatever your entrance may be, for me, that is what's most comfortable for a down pivot. If you are more comfortable doing it from a mohawk turn or not a turn at all, you just want to put the foot down. I would say if you are going to just put the foot down and do a pivot, you want to give yourself a little bit of room. So you might want to turn the foot that is going to be going around, kind of turn it in and space it out a little bit so you have room to go down. So if you were to do that, you don't want to drop super fast. First of all, that's bad for your knees. Second of all, it's scary. So you want to take your time getting down. So if you are going to just practice from here, I would say turn that foot in, slowly go down, and don't even try to rotate it a full time around, just get that motion. So your leg will probably be tired from doing this, but if you notice, I'm using my hand to help me. So I'm all about making life easier on this stuff. So you can use your hand, or both hands honestly, to brace yourself so that your leg isn't taking all of it. Your arms are taking some of it. Hello, Kevin. So you can use that. Now, you might want to just practice lunging. That leg is already sore. Once you get comfortable with that movement here, you'll start to lessen the toe stop a little bit so you can get like halfway down and keep it going. Now, like I said at the beginning, you have to keep your rotation going that way. So although I'm not moving my head this way as I'm spinning, the shoulder is coming around. So once you get comfortable with that like midway, then when you start going down all the way, my booty kind of rests on the heel of my skate. So it's pretty comfortable when you're down there. So let yourself do that. However, you can't get too comfortable down there because you need to get back up, or you don't, but there are 2 ways of getting back up. So I prefer to come right back up. I don't want to get stuck down there. Like most things, it is more difficult to get back up once you are down. So like shoot the duck, all that, it's way more difficult to get back up. So with this, I like to drop, come up. In retrospect, that's like way harder on the leg than your second option. The second option is to drop, bring the leg in and spin around, then get up with both legs. So if you are on a slipperier surface like this indoors, that's easier. If you're outside, I think it's easier to just get back up. I am helping myself push back up with my hand, so never be afraid of that. Going here, pushing back up. Even if you do the second way, you can push yourself back up. So for that second option, I'm bringing this in, but I'm continuing that rotation. It's basically like a 2-foot spin or like a toe stop spin. You have to be very light on the toe stops. I like doing this move because it looks really cool on camera. So a lot of times I will pivot and the skate gets really close to the camera and then you can come up. If you do spin while you're down there, then you can like more or less choose which side you want to show when you get up, which is something I've never even thought about because I typically get up here and that's my not as good side. This is my good side. So this is smarter. If I got up here, it would be better. Wow. But basically, to run this down, you need to know how to do a pivot. You need to really be comfortable on that leg that you are bending. And you have to not be afraid to help yourself out by using your hands. This outside foot that's going around, I personally don't fully put it on the inside wheels and I don't have it all the way down on the floor. I do have it only on the inner wheels, but they're not lifted so much that the outside wheels are really high up. I'm still like pulling my foot flat, so it's nearly flat, but not quite. And then even when I bring it in, I only get to once it goes past the camera, I typically start bending it and then it goes to the toe stops if you're gonna spin around. Wow, I should do a few on this leg so that I'm not super sore on one side, but this side is not nearly as comfortable. You'll pretty much always on everything have one leg that's more comfortable than the other. I hope that helps. I hope everyone who sent me that as something you wanted a tutorial on, I hope that helps. If you have other things that you want to learn, let me know. All right, bye-bye. Well, that was fun. It'd be real tight if you liked this video and hit that subscribe button while you're at it. Okay, bye.